This is Jonathan Aguiar here for Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Ben Shalom. Ben, end of a crazy evening. You were dancing like that in the ring after Ben Whittaker beat Liam Cameron. How just sum up your emotions?
It was a heavy week, wasn't it? I'll be honest, it was quite hard for myself at times, and the pressure was on Ben, and I knew he could do it. It's just whether the emotion got too much for him and this and that, and he dealt with it so well. So yeah, of course, when he gets a knockout win like that, a superstar was born. Yeah, massive.
Were you feeling the pressure?
Terrible. Terrible. Brilliant. Come on. Get me a nice.
Back to this. Just talk to me about the pressure you were feeling this week. Were you feeling pressure? Because let's be honest, Ben Whittaker is one of your biggest names. A second. Well, you obviously didn't lose the last fight, but another, bad performance.
Fraser and Ben fighting after what happened. October the 12th was a hard night, quite mentally scarring. If I'm honest, it was difficult, probably the most difficult night of my career. And it's not about me, but the emotions and pressure for them was really high, and I felt it. And so, of course, yeah, I'm absolutely delighted. I really am.
Ben broke down in the press conference. Does that just sum up what it meant to him tonight?
I think it showed what the amount of energy people have put into trying to tear this young man down, and he's had to deal with it and really go soul searching, and he's done it, and he didn't let it get to him, and he was still the same Ben Whittaker, but one that was really focused on the right things. So of course, a huge amount of emotion. 27 years old, 10 fights in, selling out arenas, in this level of scrutiny, all the hatred. I've never seen a fighter have to go through as much as Ben has this early on in his career. So fair play to him.
I spoke to Lee Eaton after the fight, and he was obviously disappointed with the result, but he said they built the fight well and stuff, but he felt that you were a bit disrespectful to him straight after the fight. He's claimed that you laughed in his face. Tell us what happened afterwards and what you want to say about that.
I don't agree with that. I think, of course, I was happy. Lee has given me a lot of shit over the past few weeks. Put my head in the toilet plenty of times. Put pictures of people in wheelchairs before the fight and sending me this and constant this, and made it really difficult at times. And the whole round situation was done to really kind of get to me, which is fair game. And so obviously, they wanted to, coming up to me, they wanted it, they really, really, more than watching Ben Whittaker lose, really wanted it to go bad and for me tonight, and tried to just be as disruptive as possible. And so of course I was happy when we won.
Just on Ben's celebration, he went straight over to Cameron's corner. Some people calling it classless. I think that was what Dave Coldwell said. What do you make of that?
Dave needs to shut up with that one, because what's been classless is the build-up and the abuse that he's been getting from the other side. Of course he's got emotion. Of course it's coming out. No one can compare to the amount of abuse he's had to suffer over the past 6 months, and the stuff. It wasn't directed at Grant Smith. The team had really tried to stick it to him, and of course he's happy that he won, and I think you want to see that. And I think I have to say I like Dave, but he's completely wrong on that one.
Lastly, Fraser Clark back with a much needed win tonight. What did you make of that, and who's next?
Sorry, I was just listening to Fraser Clark was even more special than Ben Whittaker because of what happened on October 12th. So really happy with him. Incredible that he's actually even back in the ring after what happened. So he had a great knockout against a guy that's really awkward for a lot of the top guys. So the confidence is running through him. He's going to be in big fights now. We want to get that British title, which we felt he should have won the first time against Fabio Wally. He'll now get it hopefully next. Obviously TKV Adelaide to come in May or June, and then hopefully he can fight the winner.
Ben, enjoy your Monday before we go into next week. And I'll see you next week. Appreciate it.
Cheers, brother.